We have our next speaker, hailing all the way from Kentucky, USA, with a background in like brick and mortar businesses and a former Subway franchisee, being a part of this direct selling industry for more than 10 years, a faith-based leader, a person who has a lot of love and a lot of energy in creating the environment for us to thrive. I would like all of you to put your hands together and give the warmest, brightest, strongest welcome for our next speaker, Sapphire Director, hailing all the way from the USA, Miss Sheila Harrison.
Good morning, Prife International. Are you having fun yet? Woohoo! So today, I'm here to talk to you about growing your business into momentum in the year of the dragon, in the harvest year of 2024. So if you're ready to grow your business to the next level, I'd like you to stand to your feet and stretch a little bit and tell your neighbor that I'm ready to go to the next level. Woohoo! So today we're going to be talking a little bit about sowing seeds in your Prife business. Now, most of you found a way to get here, all the way from across the world, some pretty close by. I came from the great state of Kentucky, which is about, halfway around the world, about 21-hour flight, driving through a snowstorm. But I was willing to get here because I believed there were seeds that were going to be sown into my heart that was going to carry me into my harvest in 2024. So I hope there's something that I will say today that will help you take Prife International into momentum, into great harvest in 2024. So just remember, no heart, no harvest. One morning I was asked to speak for our Crossline team and do a training. A few days before, I had nothing to speak about. That morning on Saturday, I still thought, what am I going to train on? That morning when I woke up, the words came to me, no heart, no harvest. Think about that. If you have a pen and paper, write that down right now. No heart, no harvest. So we really want to focus on, ladies and gentlemen, relationship building. We are actually in the relationship building market. And the more that you care about people, the more that you love people, the more that you have a healer's heart, everything else will come, because Prife International has the most impactful product on the planet. But not only do they have the most impactful product, they have an amazing compensation plan that's actually turning outcomes into incomes all around the world. Now, how many of you believe in loving on people? I love you all. I've met so many people from all around the world here today. I slid through the snowstorm to get to the first airport, traveled to Tokyo, and then here for about 21 hours to meet some wonderful people. You are building relationships here, and that is what is going to carry your business into harvest this year. So we want to love on people. We want to listen to people. I want to make this presentation about you, because it's always the WIFM station. What's in it for me? And so I know today that you are here to learn something so that when you leave here, you can impact lives all around the world and carry out the Prife mission. So we're here to make lives better than we found them. So when we meet someone and we have a healer's heart, Our goal is to hopefully add life to their years and maybe even years to their life with the amazing iTerracare blower. And together, we can bring health, wealth, beauty with these amazing products at Prife International to the world. Now, if you have your cameras today, I'd like you to get out your cameras and take a picture of this sunflower. It's going to be very significant when you leave here today in remembering about sowing seeds. Now, I'll tell you a little story really quick about my grandmother. When I was a little girl, I was a writer. I loved to write poetry and later music. She believed in me, and she actually told me that I can do or be anything that I desire to be. She planted a seed in here in my heart, and that seed has carried me through every doubt and every moment I wanted to quit and every obstacle that I would cross. You are looking at perseverance because of my grandmother who planted a seed in me that said, I believe in you. 4 of the most important words that you can ever say to someone besides their name. So would you join me in looking to your neighbor now and saying to them, and plant your seed here at Prife International and say those 4 magic words, I believe in you. Go ahead. So someone actually sowed a seed with me, right? They gave me an iTerracare one for Christmas in 2021. So for 2 years with my testimony and that of my dad, which put the heart of this business and soul into me, no heart, no harvest, right? So I ran with conviction and compassion because I knew that we had something great here to sow seeds with Prife International. We had a product that works with instant impact like nothing I have ever seen before. So when you're sowing seeds, remember that you reap only what you are sowing. So if you are sowing nettles, ladies and gentlemen, you can't expect to get a rose bush. If you're sowing corn, you're not going to get an apple tree. And so make sure that when you are listening to your prospects and you're sowing seeds to them, make it seeds of love, kindness, positivity, listening to their needs, wants, and desires so that you can help them make a decision. The most famous question that I teach the people that I work with is this one question: how can I help you make a decision? And the only way you can help them make a decision is if you listen to your prospects. Next, we actually reap the same kind as we sow. And again, if you want to plant an apple tree, you're going to get an apple tree. We reap in a different season than we sow. How many of you have been here for like 2 years with Prife International like me? Woohoo! And some of you are new. I've been talking to you. You're here for 3 months or 6 months, or you've just joined and you've came all the way here to be a part of our Sowing Together convention. So just remember that maybe you've sowed some seeds and you haven't reaped your harvest yet. But remember, there's a different season from harvest than the season we sow in. So you will have seeds from last year that may come up this year. How many of you have planted seeds and 6 months later somebody's got a pain or a discomfort, something going on in their body, and they remember what you told them? And they say, oh, I remember that May told me about this iTerracare wand. And then they decide they're going to call May, and say, tell me a little bit more. Why? Because you love them enough to sow a seed. Next, we reap more than we sow. You know that when we sow one seed, many things can come up. And when we plant an apple tree, we can get hundreds of apples. But you also must know that it takes a cherry tree a lot longer to come up than when we plant a sunflower seed. We reap in proportion to what we sow. So how many seeds are you going to sow in 2024? Examples of ways that we can sow seeds in our Prife International business is share your testimony. How many of you have shared your testimony with someone? Woohoo! How many of you have been on our Tuesday night testimonial call that we've been having for 2 years now? That testimonial call has been planting seed after seed after seed that's exponentially grown into helping thousands of people, because people relate to people and pain is a universal language. And when we share our testimonies, we are planting seeds. Next, how many of you have demonstrated the iTerracare wand? I know in our Prife galleries you do this on a daily basis, but when you demonstrate the wand, they want to take it with them. And guess what? Most of the time, they don't want to bring it back. That's another way that you can plant seeds. Next, you can share a video. I've shared lots of video with people that are asking something, and I listen to them, and I give them exactly what they're looking for. Next, you can have a 3-way call. Make sure that you're in this business, that you know you're in the business for yourself, but not by yourself. You can call on your team leaders, your upline leaders, and maybe even cross lines, because you know what? It's okay if you water your neighbor's yard. They're not going to complain. So make sure that you're always helping, building those relationships and helping your neighbor. So a 3-way call is simply when you call someone else in and have them to help you validate the product, to give someone else the clarity and the conviction and the confidence to make their decision to get the iTerracare wand. Because once they do, it's going to be contagious, because they're going to want to start talking about it. I call it a sticky product in marketing. Also, you can invite them into your home to do an event, to show a video, or to just demonstrate the wand. You can also invite them to a product overview. When we first started in the USA, we weren't even doing overviews. We just did the testimonial call, and we would plug them into Nathan's calls or Dr. Soma's calls. We were just so busy sharing. Hundreds of orders were coming in because we were talking about it. We were sowing seeds. You can also have printed flyers, business cards, or brochures to share. I call that taking your business out with you. Not going out of business, but going out with your business and for your business. How to nurture and fertilize your seeds. This is very, very important. You've heard it said by many people, the fortune is in the follow-up. So when you plant your seeds, you want to make sure that you're watering them. You put the name on the list. You remember what that person told you about them that they're looking for. What are their pain points? Where are they hurting? What are they looking for? Maybe they just want to turn an outcome to an income with our phenomenal compensation plan. Maybe they have someone that's just suffering and they're looking for a way to step into the new era of self-care with our Prife International products with frequency medicine. Also, take care of your customers and IBOs. Now, this is very, very important. So if you've got a business and you sell a wand, call that person and maybe ask them, can I help you unbox your wand? Can I show you how to use it? Be sure to send them the basic techniques on how to use the wand, because people are afraid of what they don't K-N-O-W. They will say no to. But if you help them know, then they will be able to experience the wand to its fullest potential. Next, plug people into our Prife family and success system. We have so many great people in this room. I love you all, and I'm so grateful you're here because I know you're just like me. You have a healer's heart. So for those people that you're bringing on board, plug them into a system. Plug them into someone who cares about them and loves them and that will help nurture them. Don't leave them stranded by themselves. Again, it's okay to water your neighbor's yard. And of course, never, ever, ever watch anyone struggle without offering them help. Remember, say this with me, everyone. Water what you sow. Water what you sow. So if you sow a seed and it doesn't come up, probably you might not have nurtured it. There are only a few overnight successes. Instead, success to those who habitually do things that the unsuccessful people don't do. So I will tell you a little story here. Way back 25 years ago, when cell phones first came out, someone came into my music store and they said, "Sheila, would you like to invest in a cell phone tower?" And I said, how much? They said $5,000. And this is a true story. And I thought for a second, and I wasn't a visionary. I did not see that cell phones would be one of the biggest tech phenomenons in history, with over 7 billion cell phones across the planet, with over 3 per household. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Stephen Lai and our honorable board of directors, they have seen the vision of the future. We have a disruptive product. We are stepping into the future with it, and it's up to you. Would you like to go with us and say yes? I'm so glad that I said yes, and I didn't miss this opportunity because I am a dreamer, but back then I missed out. I wouldn't be on this stage today because if I had said yes, for 25 years, I've been helping a small cell phone company in Kentucky, it was the largest for a while. I've been helping them live their dream for 25 years, never changed cell phone numbers. They recently sold to another company for about, I think it was $20 billion. Now, can you imagine what my $5,000 investment would have turned into had I have said yes? So I want to thank Dr. Stephen for stepping up and being a visionary where I wasn't, but I'm not about to miss this boat. Are you, ladies and gentlemen? So I want you to know that in this business, that a sunflower seed, I want you to compare it to a sunflower seed for a second. I hope you took the picture of a sunflower seed. Do you know some interesting facts about a sunflower seed? One, they originated in the Americas. So I'm very grateful to learn that fact. One, they grow tall, over 3 feet tall. Another is that in the center of that sunflower seed, there are over 2,000 seeds. So as you plant one sunflower, that sunflower can turn in to 2,000 more sunflowers. So when you go out to share your business in 2024, you don't have to net fish. You don't have to pick 1,000 sunflowers. You help one sunflower and do it right by loving those people and building those relationships. And that sunflower can turn into 2,000 sunflowers. And those 2,000 sunflowers, how many do we need, ladies and gentlemen, to get to Crown Ambassador? We only need 8 sunflowers. 8 sunflowers, 8 of you, you're looking for 8 of you, will actually turn in to 16,000 people if you take care of them. Multiplied by 2,000 is 320,000 people. Now, in network marketing, that sounds like a lot, but it's called exponential geometric growth. So you just go out and help people and think about the sunflower, because that one person, if you take care of them right, can turn into 2,000 more sunflowers. Another interesting fact about a sunflower is that a baby sunflower will always lean toward the sun. I didn't know that. Have you ever watched a sunflower that it will just lean toward the sun? And so I always used to say to my kids when they were negative, you know, the tree is going to fall the way it leans, so you decide how it's going to lean. Well, our sunflowers lean toward the sun. I look at that as a way of saying we must always lean toward positivity. We must always lean toward what's great and what's good and what's loving and what's kind. Because if we complain, we remain, ladies and gentlemen. But if we praise, we will raise together. So focus, ladies and gentlemen, on the seeds that you are sowing. And remember that maybe that last year you were in a growing spell. Maybe you were growing, but guess what? This is your year to bloom in 2024. Are you with me? So don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. And I will close out in saying this to you. I want you to know that everything that you want in your Prife International business is on the other side. It's on the other side of worry. It's on the other side of your doubt. It's on the other side of your lack of belief in yourself. Remember, we've heard a lot about belief. I believe in you. It's on the other side of complacency. It's on the other side of your comfort zone. And ladies and gentlemen, don't look back to 2023 because it's on the other side. Your harvest is on the other side of last year's seed sowing. So I hope that all of you will join me in 2024 in helping Prife International become one of the top 10 network marketing companies in the world. Reach down and help your people. 1 stars are the most significant rank in our company. If you will focus on keeping the ladder down and helping your team and helping your neighbor, planting those seeds, you won't even have to think about the harvest, because one year you'll wake up and the harvest will be there. And don't worry about that Bermuda grass or that centipede grass that you sow in Kentucky, because winter's coming and that grass will turn brown. Don't get discouraged, because spring is coming and the grass that was dormant will turn beautiful and green again. So whatever season that you're in with your seed sowing, can I get you to agree with me now that we are going to sow more seeds in 2024? We're going to change more lives than ever before. We're going to turn outcomes to incomes, and we're going to take Prife International to #1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Remember, I believe in you, and so does Prife International. So in the spirit of Prife, let's go out and change a life. God bless you all. God bless your seeds in 2024.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Sheila Harrison, all the way from Kentucky, USA.
Put your
Wow.
hands together and give it up. Make some noise, everybody.
Wow. Sheila explained, right? You reap whatever you sow. If you want to reap good, you have to sow good.